This is a nightmare. Wake up. It's not. Chapter 1, the hero and the princess return to their destined path or face the consequences.
You're on a path in the woods.
The real Slave Princess starts here. You'll know when you see it.
And you're here to...
It's the same now. Continue to the cabin. I'm done talking. Just enter the basement and we're going to let her out. Maybe we can work together. I think we all have to work together. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting...
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Thanks, hero.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm going to check upstairs.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Hey, let me out of
Your
here.
shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Try the door.
But it's locked from the outside.
The narrator is doing this.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
The narrator is doing this.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Push the locked door, I guess.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
You know!
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
No! Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to
I know.
do this, right?
Your body lunges forward.
No!
The blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Fuck you! Resist!
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Sure, okay, yes.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
We are a monster too!
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Is the narrator also a voice in our head? I guess yes. Are we insane?
She plunges it into
What?
your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
What?
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
What's she trying to do? Or has she also got a narrator in her head, forcing her to do stuff?
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Fuck you, man.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Chapter 2, The Damsel. The chapters are different.
You're on a path. You're here to
Oh, you bastard! You're in for it now, mate. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time.
Oh, but the narrator is a new one.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time.
Voice of the Smitten?
If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have
Oh,
to
no.
be sneaky about it. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
I kind of hate him, but he's also kind of right.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Guess we'll take it. Well, let's go down there again. See if she remembers. She
The
should.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torch.
Is it the case that the princess responds to our expectations of her? If we expect her to be a beautiful, innocent damsel, then the cabin looks like a castle where she's locked up in. And if we expect her to be a monster, then the cabin looks like a demonic dimension.
You've died before, so an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you.
Why did you kill us last time?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
No.
Did we?
It happened after I died.
You died, and now we're talking.
But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
You're really not either evil or good. You're just mirroring what we expect. I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
What the fuck?
See?
We're just going to rescue her then.
No, I can't let
Yo.
you do that. If you... You approach the princess and gingerly slide her
You can
hand
actually
through her
slide it off of
hands.
her?
That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
This is a Beauty and the Beast thing?
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Ugh.
I'm sure you want to do this. Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out
It'll
there
just
is
reset,
saved.
and she'll just become
Is that
horrible.
a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it.
You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
I don't think she wants... I have no idea, actually. I'm so confused.
So gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
Oh boy.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
There must be something you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Eerie music.
She can't just want to make us happy.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
But what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Figured this is what she'd say.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
But you need your own thing, not just... You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right
It's all she wanted.
now? Like we're the only ones here?
What the fuck? You don't get the chance to ask another question. Something has taken her away and it's left something else in her place.
She was our perfect match.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Is the real villain the mirror? Like at the end of the last sequence, the last story, the hands wanted something they could fill, and did we make the princess into an empty thing for her to be filled by the mirror entity, like we were at this last end of the story of the end of the last story? Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Why not, hero? You've been making sense. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Is the hero afraid of what he actually is? Like, he's the voice of this character, but this character is a monster as an appearance. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you, the body. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
You're that thing I met in the space outside of the woods, aren't you? Thought it was a dream.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
What do you think I am? I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Is this the end of the world? No, let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
I am lost.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
This is the end of the world.
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Good point. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
What the fuck?
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspective,
Yeah, so she
so that I may
responds
be
to what we
whole.
believe.
And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
More perspectives. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I've sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Shall we help her to become an actual entity? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Okay.
You won't.
Oh. Everything goes dark and you die. Bring the deconstructed damsel to her.
You're on a path.
An idealized
in the woods,
vessel.
and
I
at the
need to
end
bring
of
her
that
different
path
vessels?
is a cabin.